Hello everybody. Today we are going to see a short demonstration of the service module of latest Odoo community version. The survey module can be integrated to a variety of modules in Odoo, especially for the purpose of marketing surveys, internal employee related surveys, and also can be associated directly with the job application form for taking the job application inputs. Additionally, in the various implementations, we can associate with customer feedback form for each and every order, and we can also create exit interview forms. Access group who will be responsible to create and manage the surveys. The surveys can be created by going to the surveys menu. For each and every survey, we can define a specific name. We can define different categories to it. The category will be helpful for us to manage in case there are a lot of surveys. And for each and every survey, we will be able to define different types of questions. Now, as an example, you can see on the screen, this is a question, where do you live? And for which we will have different types of question types, which will allow us to take inputs in different formats from the user. Let's see what type of question types are allowed. Numerical value, date time. We can have multiple choice with only single answer. We can have multiple choice with multiple answers. We can have text boxes with multiple lines, or we could have a text box with a single line. There is also an option for a matrix depending on the requirements, which will mean that there will be different rows and different answers for each and every rows. Let's see another example. So in this case, we have chosen a question, what do you think about our new e-commerce? And the question type is chosen as matrix. Now, for each and every matrix, we have chosen multiple types of column and rows. In the rows, we are defining all the possible questions within that question. Like for example, the layout and design, whether the product was easy to find. And for each and every sub question, we will be able to make a choice between totally disagree to totally agree. This can be differentiated in terms of numbers 1 to 5, rating good to bad, and so on. Now, once your surveys have been created, which can be created by internal user itself, it does not require any coding. We can now start and create and share these surveys to different users. To do that, you can click on the button share. Now the system already has a predefined email template, and you can add your existing contacts here and send this across. You can predefine an answer deadline if it is required so. Another way is to actually take this survey and send this link directly on an email. In additional options, we have description, which will allow at the end of the survey what will be the description that will appear at the start and the end. Under options, we can choose the number of pages. We can have single pages with all the questions. We can have different sections, and for each and every section, we can have a single page. We can have one question per page, and so on. You can also restrict your surveys in terms of time limits, as you can see, and you can define your time limits here. Do you want to have selections for all questions, or you want to define questions jumbled together, or it will be in a predefined? Do you want to allow your users to go back to different pages and change their answers to previous questions? You can allow back button. If there are certain surveys which require scoring, then you can define scoring. The scoring is defined in this manner, which will allow to create a passing percentage. This can be used when you are doing some kind of evaluation. Here, finally, we have defined it whether you want the invited people to be visible or you want to provide a link which can now be passed on to anybody. Now let's test this survey once and see how it looks like when a particular survey is answered. So after the link has been opened, the user, for example, this is a user feedback form, you will click on the link start survey. You will have this question here, as you can see here. I can make my inputs. I have defined here whether this question is mandatory. You can see how this survey looks like, and different types of questions can be accommodated here. After this survey has been answered, you will receive a thank you message. We can also customize to give you the review results. If you want to review your answers, you can click on this button. This will give you all your answers, but in this case, you will not be able to modify. If I go back to my survey module, as a survey manager or a survey administrator, I would be able to see my results and also see some statistics around it. As you can see, for each and every question, I can see the user responses. I can see graphical method in which the answers can be represented, pie chart and actual data depending on the type of question. How many times you can see in this case it has also given maximum and minimum averaging and so on. So depending on the type of questions, the different kind of statistics are auto generated. My personal recommendation is that these surveys are excellent, especially in terms of marketing related feedback, and a lot of surveys can be automatically generated from a lot of events triggered from either sales orders or either through auto generated leads within the system. Now these surveys over a period of time can become outdated. You can create new surveys, you can duplicate to create, so you can have the option to mark it as closed, and in that case no further survey can be filled. Okay, so that's all for as far as survey is considered. Thank you very much.
Like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel videos, and you will be getting a lot. And yes, don't forget to comment upon these videos, because if you comment on these videos, this will really going to give us the motivation to upload more and more videos. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.